Hey everyone, it's Kate Takes Asia again. I'm going to be doing 2 videos on packing. This is the first one. This one's going to deal mostly with winter clothes, and I'll put some more like summer, fall clothes part. I'll put that out in August, probably around a week and a half before I leave, likely around like the 10th or so of August, because I leave on the 23rd. In the mornings. To start with for this one, I'm going to go over a bit of what I'm using for luggage, to carry my luggage and such. These are my suitcases. Don't mind that it's a bit of a mess. This is my sister's old room, and we're kind of using it for storage right now. I don't know if she knows this yet, but she moved out, so we're using it for storage, so there's a lot of stuff in here. This one, and then this one, if you can see it. Both of them, you can wheel them. This one has a flight tag on it already because my family used it before to go to North Carolina for a week. Yeah, but I purposely got this one that I just bought smaller than this one so that when I'm in Japan I can store this one inside of this one for an easy storage, take up less space kind of thing. Something you're also going to want to bring is a carry-on bag. My carry-on bag is going to be the backpack I'm going to use for school. It's a good sized one, has plenty of space, and actually even has a laptop section, but I'm going to bring my laptop case because I want it anyways for those times when I just want to bring my laptop with me somewhere. Don't got to carry around a big backpack and look fancy with my briefcase looking laptop case. The size of your baggage differs depending on the flight company you use. I use Cathay Pacific. They have a pretty straightforward one. Suitcases are a maximum size of, I think it was 69 inches, with a maximum of 44 pounds in each. Whereas my carry-on bag is a maximum of, I think it was like 14, 21, 9 or something. Something along those lines. It was a decent size. It seems small, but it's actually a really good size. Okay, so next, I'm actually going to go to the winter clothes that I said I was going to talk about now. As you can see, I've already started packing a bit. I have a good bit of clothes in there already, but this thing's nowhere near full. I just hope it's also nowhere near 44 pounds. Recommendation, my mother got me a luggage scale. I recommend for everybody else to get one too. They don't weigh that much. You can throw them in your luggage. They're an extra pound at most. You can bring them with you to Japan, and they're good for weighing your things beforehand, to make sure that you're not going to get charges when you get to the airport for having your baggage weigh too much. So the first thing you're going to want is some warm PJs for the winter. I have a pair of New York pants here for a little reminder of home. I have some somewhat warmer pajamas here, along with a pair of footy pajamas. They're going to be nice in the wintertime because Japan gets pretty cold, no central heating in most houses. I also have a pair of thermal socks here for some warmth for when I'm not wearing my footy pajamas. And then another thing you're going to really want is thermal undershirts. Got a few here, if you can see them. A few different kinds. It doesn't look weird to layer, and you can even layer and still have nice looking clothes over the top. You don't gotta like, oh well, I'm wearing a thermal undershirt so I gotta wear a t-shirt. I've done it before, it looks really cool actually. I mentioned I like K-pop, I have a few of those in here, I'm just not going to wear them until then. Also, sweatpants are not very acceptable for girls to wear outside of the house, but I would bring a pair just for around the house, or your dorm, or for when you want to exercise. The next thing you want to remember are sweaters and jackets of sorts. I've got a number of sweaters I'm going to bring here. Nice fuzzy one. A kind of more stylish one for like a layering look. It's upside down, but whatever. And then a kind of Japanese-ier one. It's got a koi fish on it that I got from my university's Japanese Student Association last semester. For an extra layer to keep out the wind, I've got my old jacket from when I did track in high school. Also, something you might want to bring is a pea coat, if you can see it. They're in right now in Japan. People in Japan love pea coats right now. If you want to try and fit in a bit, those are a good thing to wear. Pea coats are popular for both genders, not just for girls. I've seen my male Japanese friends wear them too. But something else I thought I should mention is my school recommended we bring at least one more formal, more dress-up outfit. So I chose 2 to bring just to play it safe. One is just a simple pants set, some dress pants, any undershirt, and then this makes most outfits look pretty damn fancy. Doesn't matter what the shirt is. So I'm bringing those. My second outfit is a nice dress, probably wear an undershirt under because it's kind of low cut, but believe it or not, it goes down to my knees. So it's a good choice for Japan. It's not too conservative, but not too not conservative either. Okay, so that's it for things to pack for now. There's a few things I want to address before I say that this video is done. The first thing that I want to address is some gadgets my mom got me for the plane ride there and for once I'm there. One of these gadgets includes a luggage strap with my name on it. It's very useful, makes it easier to spot in the airport when you're going through baggage claim, and it just says, "This is mine, don't touch it." It makes it less likely that people will steal it because it's more easily noticed that it's not theirs. Another thing, luggage tags. You need luggage tags. My mom got me one for each suitcase. It's in my favorite color. The next thing is my mom got me this waist security pouch. It's supposed to be for storing, like, money. It's basically a money belt to keep my money safe on the plane trip. Because you're gonna need some money on you. My school recommends bringing with you about 40,000 yen, which is approximately equivalent to about 500 US dollars. So they recommend to bring a lot of money. You're not gonna need all of it instantly, but it'd be good for, like, shopping at Walmart before you get a chance to use an ATM or something. So you have, like, a Walmart equivalent in Japan. Other thing is, even if you're not a blogger like me, you're still going to take a lot of pictures and possibly videos in Japan, so you're going to want a good memory card for your camera. My camera has a memory card in it right now, but it's only 4 gigabytes. This one is 16. My mom got it for me specifically for my trip. I think it should work out well. Another thing is adapters. The outlets in Japan tend to only have 2 prongs, not 3 like some of ours do here. So your 3-prong things, such as laptops and other larger, more powerful electronic devices, won't plug in there as easily. Now if you have a Toshiba like me, then you don't really need to worry about an adapter too much, but I would get some just in case for other electronics. Another thing you're going to want to pack, house slippers. In Japan, you don't wear your shoes inside, you take them off when you get to the house. It's very rude in Japan to wear your outside shoes in the house. So I bought a pair of house slippers for that, and I used them with my host family because I'm probably not going to find my size in Japan. I tend to be a size 9 or 10 in America. Pretty sure they don't make that there. On the topic of shoes, so I'm also packing a few more things. Now I bought these new, but just because my old ones were wearing out. I got a pair of dress flats for dressier outfits or days when I just feel like dressing up a bit more. And a new pair of sneakers, though I hear girls don't tend to wear sneakers that much in Japan. They're still useful and I tend to wear them on an everyday basis, so I wanted a pair for myself. My old ones are really worn out. I guess I walked around in the rain in them too much. I also have a new pair of sandals, but I plan on wearing them the day that I get on the plane, so they're in my backpack in another room. I'm not going to bother to go get them. Something else to bring on the plane? Snacks. You can't bring snacks from outside the airport into the airport, but there are places to buy things there. Most planes will give you some sort of food on the flight, but in case you're hungry when they're not around to give you food, just grab something of your own in the airport. And bring plenty of liquids, grab a water, juice, tea, coffee, even whatever you prefer in the airport before you leave. The last thing I recommend bringing only applies if you're going to stay with a host family or are planning to at some point or another. Bring something to give the host family. My school said they like things that show where you're from, and they like omiyage or souvenirs showing places you've been. And since I'm from New York, I got them a New York sweater. I figure the color is kind of either gender, so anybody in the family can wear it. It might be a bit big because I got a large to make sure that it'd fit anyone in the family. It might be a bit big on them, but I just wanted to play it safe. The next thing I want to address is a few things I feel you should know before going to Japan. Firstly, you should probably know how to read at least hiragana so that you can get by basic things in Japan. The airport, it's an international airport, so it's gonna have English, but there are still some places, like if you get a taxi cab or something, that's not gonna have really English. My recommended books for studying this, or studying Japanese in general, are the Genki series, which I used in my college class, and a Japanese to English dictionary. The way I recommend practicing Japanese is by listening to music. J-pop, J-rock if you like that better. There's even J-rap if you prefer rap. Just listen to it, and when you feel more comfortable with the lyrics, try to sing along. Listening and repeating helps with your pronunciation a lot. Okay, the next thing I'm going to share with you is an update on something I learned about laws in Japan. Apparently, they're working on passing a law right now that will legalize viewing of certain videos on YouTube, such as fan cameras, covers of songs, and other such things like that. The way the thing I read described it was you're not allowed to download illegally uploaded material. And since you technically download something every time you go to a new web page or view a new video on YouTube, if you watch a fan cam or something, you're technically downloading it, and you could get 2 years in a Japanese prison for that. So I'm going to be careful what I watch in Japan. That law becomes effective as of October 1st of this year, so those of you who are going to Japan around that time, be careful with YouTube. Also, there's a site I'd like to recommend to everyone. I just finished reading through the whole thing. It takes a very long time to read through, but it's worthwhile. It's called athomejapan.com. It's very useful for anyone doing a homestay, but can be useful for just friendships with Japanese people as well. It talks about how relationships work in Japan, goes over terms called tatemae and hone. Tatemae is like the face you show to everyone, and hone is your real self and only those close to you see. Also goes over uchi and soto. Uchi is like your personal group of friends or family, whereas soto is more like an outsider, somebody you don't know as well. Hone is more common with uchi, while tatemae is more common with soto, and you'll get a better understanding of that than me explaining it if you look at the site. Again, the site is athomejapan.com. That's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them as best I can. If I think it requires a more lengthy answer, I'll just post another video for it. So I'll eagerly wait for your comments and questions, and I'll see you guys later.